Hey, what's up? It's not to be back again with yet another stream. And tonight we'll be playing on the BroSMP with some of my other siblings. I know that we have a late start. I've been planning on hopping on sooner than this, but hey, what's up? We're here. So on the agenda tonight, I will be doing a very quick review of this flavor of Ghost, which I've never had before in my entire life. Then, after that, I will be playing on the BroSMP for about an hour. That should be fun. And then, that's not all, because I will also have ISM, sorry, not ISM, Mr. Pizza onto the stream to talk about his career on YouTube and where he plans on going and moving next when it comes to that arena. And then we'll have ISM on live to talk about politics. So that's going to be a very fun one. I haven't had a conversation with him about politics in far too long. So I'm going to go ahead and send this message into the Discord, and then we'll be able to go ahead and get underway. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, you really should go ahead and join it. The link is in the description below, but you can also find it at dscrd.ntwb.cc. It's a place you want to be if you want to talk with me. Give me 1 second as I go ahead and send this message here into the chat. Live right now. Mid boys playing on the BroSMP before talking to Mini Wheat and the about politics and what it's like being a YouTuber, basically. All right, there we go. All right, the announcement has been sent into the chat. I said, oh, nice. I said that he'll be able to make it to the streams. That'll be very cool. That'll be very cool. But before we go ahead and dive into the gameplay, of course, as I mentioned earlier, I will be doing a little taste test and review of this. This right here is Ghost Sour Patch Blue Raspberry. It's one flavor I have not had of this before. Seems kind of interesting. I just grabbed a bunch of these randomly, like, I don't know, it's been like a month at this point, a while ago, with the intent of kind of just like showing these off on stream and kind of seeing what they taste like. I don't know why it's not focusing. Hold on, why is this not focusing? I don't know why it's not focusing, but you've got all the ingredients right here. Yeah, maybe you guys can read them now. All these ingredients. This is an 18 plus drink, by the way, so 18 plus, not for kids. You could tell it's not targeted towards kids because it's Sour Patch Kids flavored. Only adults like that type of flavor. But yeah, all the drinks in this line are actually clear and translucent, so that's kind of interesting. How you guys feel about how that sounds? All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a sip and see how this goes. Wow, this is very, very blue. This got me going like yabba dee yabba die. I could smell the blueberry flavor of this as soon as I popped it open. I mean, it's certainly blue, but this had the same problem that another Sour Patch flavored drink had that I tried. It has the same problem where it just doesn't really taste sour at all. Like, this just tastes like straight up artificial flavoring. Like, it feels like if you could like just take artificial flavoring and then put it directly onto your tongue, it tastes exactly like this does. Like, the artificial flavoring is so strong that I'm shocked this is actually clear, but it is. It's kind of wild. I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, if you get this, you'll probably like it, but it might not be what you expect if you're looking for a faithful adaptation of a Sour Patch Kids, candy into a soda. So the whole putting the Sour Patch Kids label on these drinks, it's actually false advertising because it doesn't taste like a Sour Patch Kids. So I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed. And I think a lot of people who buy this are going to be disappointed too. But as long as you know what you're getting yourself into, you'll probably enjoy this because at the end of the day, this drink is fine. It's not awful. You can drink it and have a good time. Just don't get your hopes up or don't think it's going to be sour in any way because it's literally not. All right, now it's time to dive into the BroSMP gameplay. Going to go ahead and send a message or go ahead and call the people who are down there playing on the SMP right now, as I understand it. Oh my goodness. So last time I was on this SMP, I was getting basically repeatedly murdered by King Corn. So it'd be interesting to see if that drama and feud continues here. Or if it doesn't. Hold on, let's see here. Merely in the chat says, bro's gonna become a Smurf. No, it's literally clear. It's literally clear, bro. Did you know you can get a free realm in preview or beta on Android with your existing subscription? Use it to try out new gameplay in Realms features like Realm Stories. I don't know. It's one of those things, it feels like people will go like, oh, that's interesting, and then never use it again. Hold on, wait a second. Why is... Hold on, why are they not picking up? Hold on, let's see. Let's see if we can get them on the phone. Is this call even going out? Come on, let's see. Okay, this should be ringing on their end. They're not picking up. They're not picking up. Which is the same shame because I was really hoping on playing with them today. Hold on, wait a second. I'll be right back.
Are you there? Yeah, I'm going to bed. Yeah, he's there. He's there. Go on. Oh, Morse, look, it's tearing open the world. Morse, it's cherry for the world. It doesn't matter. That's tearing open the world. Is he on the game right now? If he's playing Minecraft currently. Okay, wow, so cool. Play it without us. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Thanks a bunch. Stop there. I'm gonna play annoying. Very good. I'm back! Yeah, I'm ready. He's putting this out. We can only play for like an hour now. I don't know why you took forever. You took forever. You answer the call? I'm waiting for you. What? He called you like 5 times. That's like 5 minutes to call me like 10 times. Well, I called you like 5 times before that, so I don't think like. You said I'm not. Are you even looking at it right now? I'm clearly there. Get this. Oh. Adam. Where's Austin? Where's Austin? Where's Austin? You can hide, Austin. You think you can hide? You think you can hide, Austin? Just kidding. That's so embarrassing. And I say you think you can hide.
All right. Ooh, there we go. There we go.
So please like regular. Please like regular.
There we go. Okay, I think we got him. I think we got him.
What are you doing?
Let's see. Is she there? Oh, there you are.
Oh, if you see the little boy, can you tell him to come back downstairs? Because he's been upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell him.
I don't know what he's doing. No, you're not. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, give me a quick minute.
There we go.
Worse, I can't move. Don't take my hair. Sorry. I'm gonna put it in the chest.
So, guys, you know what we should do this time on the server?
What?
We should not kill each other. How does that sound? Does that sound like a fun idea? To not kill each other?
You know, like those YouTube videos where people are always like making like surprise faces on like the thumbnail?
Mm-hmm.
What people should do is people should have like a YouTube channel where their face is exactly the same and they're just making like this mess face, and it's like they'll have like, oh, like I'm gonna do this today, but it's like they're just like mess, and that should be the entire channel.
What? Why? No one would watch that.
No, I think people would watch it because they'd be like, oh, this is not like something that's like. I just have a little bit of fun, but I don't want to.
Well, some people would watch it, but not as many as people who would want the more extreme content.
I mean, at this point, those videos are so annoying. With the people with crazy faces, they slap their faces off. Like,
yeah, like the Mr. Beast type videos.
Yes. He's a very good face. He's a very stoppable face. I'm getting killed. Oh, thanks for helping Kenner. I really see you helping Kenner.
Me?
You want to go over there? Yes, thanks, Corn. Thanks. You want me to go over there and help him?
What do you guys? Why are you guys all incensed?
Why are we what?
Incensed.
We're not insects. What are you talking about?
Incensed.
I don't know what they're saying. Is that English?
It means like
Amaya, can you see
angry,
me?
like angry and mad.
Amaya, can you see me?
Because we just stopped playing Sackboy, and Sackboy is a very mad game.
Amaya, can you see me?
No.
All you see is Marissa's mad face in the background.
Yeah. No, I'm about to die.
Oh man, I want you to see me. I can see you.
Ah! Wanted to do something fun instead of standing inside or getting killed with.
Oh, you got killed?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
What was I doing?
I just read the thing that says, oh, no, you killed by whatever.
A skeleton.
I don't know why someone, Kenner, did not decide to not make her resting place.
I did.
Wait, did she die and lose all her stuff?
Yes. Did not even set a respawn point, so whatever you
I don't know why that happened.
Just sleep.
Can you sit regular, please? Not even funny, please. Like regular.
How old are you? Amar?
What?
He's old enough to
How
eat.
old are you?
He's old enough to eat tacos whenever he wants to.
I'm old enough.
To eat tacos whenever he wants to.
Are you taco or nacho or cookie?
What?
He's able to eat pizza whenever he wants to.
I can eat what?
What
I
are
think
you?
he's old enough to eat pizza whenever he wants to.
That is true, actually.
Well,
Also, I'm sorry about the creepers, guys. But now you
What
have more
are you?
snowballs, so
Right?
it's a
what
win-win.
are you? Are you taco
Taco? Is that a person?
or nacho?
No.
Like, Cooper, I hardly know her.
Are you a nacho or taco?
I don't remember that.
What does that even mean?
What?
If you like nachos or tacos, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I like both of them.
But
Do I
would
have
you
to be
like-
only one or the other?
One of the best lines she entire
I am a taco.
I hardly know her.
I'm sure. No, well, wait. That's the best line? It's like an unoriginal punchline?
What do you mean I read the punchline? I actually quite like it.
Doesn't mean it's original.
I said the episode.
Wait, are all the villagers gone?
Well, I think Adam killed them all.
Adam killed them?
Yeah, he does. He killed all the villagers. No,
How?
I killed the other villagers. And then he kills them all. What else? All the villagers. I like to trade it. He killed them all. He always killed them. Every
How?
time. Adam, no. Corn. Every time that you go to a village, you always like. At first it's fine, and then like the next day you go over and oh, what's that? Everyone's gone. Oh, what's
Yeah,
that?
where is it? Yeah.
I didn't kill them.
Well, then where'd they go?
I don't know. We couldn't check the beds. Yeah.
Do beds make villagers despawn?
Maybe it is Kanar's problem because she always like.
Wait, do beds?
And then she just like says that, and then but eventually keeps doing them. So no one really knows.
Do beds make villagers despawn?
Yes.
They
If you
do?
take, if
Stop
you,
talking like that, please. Talk with regular. Speak
if
regular
you take
tone.
them,
No, I said speak regular tone.
if you take,
No, I said regular tone. No, she went to baby move.
I don't know what are you doing?
No, I said regular tone, please.
Don't know what
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Please speak regular tone. You think that makes everyone think it's so cute?
No, I found them. I
don't
found them.
feel like you're saying.
You should change it.
I found them. I found the villagers.
You speak in the regular tone.
Oh, I found the villagers.
Round.
They're
my God.
wandering away.
Come on.
Because the Iron Golem wandered away. So they're just following the Iron Golem.
Amar, I'm not gonna be quiet, please. No, Amar, one of the best quotes of Sight is just because you put syrup on something doesn't make it pancakes.
How many times did they say that in that show?
What?
It was literally like it was a line that was like once, and I still remember it to this day because I was like, oh, that's so true.
I eat sausages with syrup.
No, but it just Amar, because you put syrup on something doesn't make it pancakes.
That's true.
Okay. Amar, what are you gonna do when there's no more space on your shelf for all of your CDs?
I don't know. Move out. No, I have. There's a whole nother shelf below. But I don't.
There's stuff on it.
What?
For some reason, he's not scared of like it falling on him on his feet or something, which could totally happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, you should probably make it so this fall.
Oh, I think these villagers. Oh, I see. They're trapped.
That dog better move or smack its face.
These villagers don't really have a way to get back home
4, 5,
Wait.
6, 7,
because
9,
the stairs are pretty steep. It's not the easiest way for them to figure out how to get back up.
Count like regular.
Where are they? 12, 5, 6,
They're over by the ice.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Oh, they can get out.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
Well, I don't know.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57,
What are you counting?
59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77,
What are you doing?
79, 80.
They're over
81,
here.
82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88,
But don't kill
89,
these villagers too.
91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
100.
Well, here's one of them.
Because I was thinking how I was like,
There should be another one somewhere around here.
Ow. See it.
Wait, you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Does anyone have any bread or wheats that they can feed the villagers?
I don't have any bread. Health bars. How dare you? Or you can read villager wheat. Or you can read villager wheat.
Yeah, as long as well, you need to give them. You need to feed them bread.
That person, what are you talking about? No, you suck.
So to feed a villager bread, you just drop bread in front of them, and the villager will go pick it up. I think I'm gonna chop down a bunch of these trees because I think it might be better just to have less tree cover. Are you good? What's happening over there?
She's choking.
On what? On her alibis?
On her sweat.
Or is that just the price that she paid?
What kind of space are you talking about?
On her sweat. Oh, my head.
I'm destroying them. That's what happens when you say things like that. You say something like that here.
But can you choke on her spit?
I love the topics that we discuss on this stream. Can you choke on your spit is not something I thought that we would be diving into head first when it 21 minutes into the stream.
Surprise. But can you please not tell me?
Hey, no, I haven't seen it sometime with them. Have you seen it?
I've seen that a little bit.
See the lava one? The one with the lava? Where the guy's arm fell off? Yeah, that's right. And that's why I say, Adam, it's not a kid show.
But what's not a kid show?
What?
What's not a kid show?
9-1.
Oh. Who thought it was a kid show?
I don't know. I mean, Kenner and Corn always like, oh, let's watch it, guys. I'm like, it's not. You guys hear it all the time. Or like Corn's always like, oh guys, let's watch this show, and it's like a show. It's like let's like MA, and we're like,
Don't you guys already have a cachet of appropriate shows you can watch?
the what?
Don't you guys already have a cachet of appropriate shows you can watch?
Oh, also, I just realized that Big City Greens is kind of like, what's it called? It's kind of like, what's that one show with the guy who has the hat and he's like crazy?
Sherlock?
No, it's animated. It's Disney, and there's like the one episode where he was like on the cliff,
Gravity Falls?
like, yeah.
The guy with the hat who was crazy. Gravity Falls wasn't the first thing I thought of.
No, and then he was like breathing on the cliff.
Wait, where's he?
Huh?
On the
Dipper bleeding on his nose is not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of that show.
We're like, oh, so I was like, oh wow, why is there blood in the kids show?
Oh, maybe the person was alive still. Maybe that's where the blood came from.
Why is there...
I mean, you're not gonna find as much blood from a dead body, I think. At least after a certain point, it just congeals, man.
Yeah, it really goes. There's like a video on YouTube or something about blood and like what was it? Either blood and like Pixar movies, or no, it was about blood and Pixar movies and DreamWorks movies. And I was talking about how like cartoon movies will have like no.
Huh?
What?
What? We might be going like no. Like is that like a cheer from your alma mater or something? So does anyone have any wheat or bread?
Never mind. What?
Does anybody have any wheat or bread?
I'm sure I've like not
any food.
I think we do have.
No.
Have you listened to chat?
We need it, but we get it poisoned.
Or alternatively, does anyone have any torches?
No. Then stop acting like it. Wow. I'm very serious about this. Please stop.
Serious about what?
No.
It's
No. Henry is being the
Oh,
No,
John
but-
Natasha said, I gotta get in car. I'll watch you stream in an hour. Okay, cool.
No, but not only we have Kip is if you watch Kip, it's like Gumball. Is it like Gumball?
I don't know. I've never seen Kif.
No, things, so many things, too many things to mention.
That's for not things.
Things to be gone, things to be done, just mining when I got things, so many things, too many things to mention. What?
What? I'm laughing with you.
Why?
It's just so funny. Too many things to mention. Too many things. Too many things to mention. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? It's because the things are just too many to mention.
No, I can pull up the lyrics. Hold on, let me pull up the lyrics.
Wait, why are snowballs limited to 16 in one stack? That's weird.
Why is
Also,
it
whose gold nugget and iron bar is this? Because this is not mine.
Please turn it off.
Okay.
Turn it off, please. Thank you.
No.
Personal life.
Too many things. Too many things to mention, yo.
Yeah.
It's like very stupid. Look at it, like a very stupid thing. One, if we harness the power of the sun, then we can create an invention whose only intention is giving backflips to Swan.
It's not working. I'm sorry.
When she went to go swim the pool and then she started to do with hell and the person starts being
The power of the
sun.
You're not familiar with the power of the sun?
No, harness the power of the sun. So they can get that.
Harness the power of the sun.
No.
I got things. Too many things. Oh, it's those one things.
What's this?
What are you guys playing? Why are you guys spamming sleep in the chat?
I like she's mean though.
Why are you guys spamming sleep in the chat?
You can't take the control anymore because you just falling on the ground. Then stop.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to save our village from getting like ransacked by enemy mobs every night.
You should be doing recording. Or a full box. Do the right thing so that it can. There's a hot dog that comes super one. What are you doing on that can be done?
Whew.
Don't get better.
Whew.
Don't get better.
Whew, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on.
Where are you? What are you doing? Where are you?
I'm trying to put well, actually, I don't know why I said plants because these are not like plants, but I'm trying to put down torches so that the mobs, the enemy mobs won't show up.
Dude, what happened to the village?
What do you mean what happened to the village? Did someone burn it down?
You see right outside. Where'd it go?
It's still there.
Oh.
What happened to the beds though?
Pinar.
What happened to the beds?
Wait, Pinar, put the berries in the
Wait,
in the thing.
what? Oh my goodness! Hold on.
I'm about to die
I have a
here.
rendering bug on my end.
Where are you? Where are you?
Well, I just left. I'm coming back. There was a rendering
Wait,
bug.
not newbie. Where'd you go?
I left. There was a rendering bug where I couldn't see any of the beds. It's super weird. What are you guys playing? Are y'all good?
Okay. Turn off now, please. Turn off now, please. Turn off now, please. Thank you.
Well, wait, what? You up?
Oh, not newbie. Have you seen Harvey Beaks?
What? Who broke the bed? Who broke the bed?
What do you think beds are, Marissa?
I'm gonna destroy someone. That's what's gonna happen next.
Why'd you move the beds?
Look, please.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna destroy you. I don't know. No one knows what you're doing.
Who took the other bed? Please give it. Please put it down. Please.
You don't get to make any demands about the beds since you broke them, okay?
Please give me back my bed. Give me the bed, please. Just put it down.
No.
Everything thinks it's your first thing one. It's one of the power of fun.
Please let me back my bed.
Oh no!
Why would I give you the bed back?
It's kind of like the modern. Big City Greens is kind of like the modern day like Gravity Falls. That's what Big City Greens is.
Why would I give you the bed?
You have 2 beds in your inventory.
I have 3, but why would I give any of them to you?
Because I can't sleep.
Okay, hold on, wait a second. How did those beds get in my inventory? Wait a second. How did those beds get in my inventory? How did those beds get in my inventory, guys? How did that happen?
Please give it back to me.
Why?
Because.
What are you gonna do with them? When you get them? Oh, that's all you're gonna do? You're just gonna plead?
Yeah.
Well, you asked me for something.
What are you going to do when you get the beds back? Sleep?
Why? Yeah.
Wait, then why did you break them if you planned on sleeping in them?
Weird.
Okay, what? Put them upstairs.
Well, then why did you break them when they were upstairs?
Get to the bonus room, guys. I want to, but Amar has like basically all of the beds.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you one more chance, okay? Stop. I'll give you guys one more chance, okay? With these beds.
Well, I'll proceed tomorrow.
Oh wait, you don't have a bed?
You have one in your inventory. Stop. Your inventory.
What are you doing? Why are you just walking around?
Who? My
There you
son's
go.
having me. Why?
Okay.
No.
Bro. No.
No.
No. Please no. No.
No.
What, are people moving the beds?
Why did we leave?
What are you talking about?
Barry is still keeping one.
Yeah, we're still here.
Huh?
Yeah, we're still here.
Dang. Selection.
Barry is here for thing 1. We harness the power of the sun. Guys, I'm supposed to get.
I got things.
Yeah, you might have to.
Moving selection. I got things. Moving selection.
It's only on.
I don't know.
What is that song even from? Why are you guys leaving the realm?
Because it keeps
it
crashing.
glitched again.
Oh, it
Keeps
glitched?
crashing.
Just reload it again.
Yeah, it's glitched.
Oh, hi. It's my name. My name's Nice.
No, you're not playing more. You're not playing more. You're not playing more. Stop. Stop playing. You're not playing that.
What is going on? At least everything is peaceful in the realm, eh? Bro, I can see it now. Banned for talking like a baby.
She's also being annoying. Clicking buttons to make us die on purpose. She always says that in noises. If you start crying,
It's not fair. Why can't I ruin what everyone else is doing?
Come on, fellas. What name? You just got me.
It's just straight up chaos. This is chaos.
Adam said I did it.
Well, if you don't stop boxing, then you have boxing go to sleep early then, huh? How about that? Maybe stop boxing good night, because you're being too busy. Yes, that is how it works. That's exactly how it works. No, it is.
That's not how it works.
We just said you get stabbed in wrist in a movie. Actually, it's only 8.
Wait, you're talking about stabbing people now?
Wait, no. No one said that.
That's what you said.
No one said that.
Okay.
Why is this part here?
Because this part of it is pretty. What are you talking about? Cat's a boy. What you talking about? You mean what else a cat? I don't want to talk cat.
Does anyone have any coal?
Guys, it's a random builder. John, this is guys, more.
What? Where is the villager? Where is the villager?
In the middle of the forest. You're gonna kill my person. What the? No.
Then why are you playing?
What?
What are you talking about? Guys, I have too much stuff to do. Like, I literally have so much homework in here now.
Where's the villager?
Huh?
Where's the villager?
He's, I'd say, behind our house. Like, I was looking for revenge, but when I found the villager standing.
Interesting. I wonder how many villagers. I wonder if there's like, if there are other villagers out there.
I'm trying to push him back to the village. See, Mom? It's over here.
Oh, I see. Maybe they'll push it with a sword in their hand.
What?
Maybe don't push him with a sword in your hand.
I'm not gonna hit.
Not even on accident?
No.
Okay.
Come on!
Yes!
There's cats in this game and plates in this game.
Wait.
Yes, there
Kennar,
are.
Give me your beer. Give me your beers, Kennar. Give me your beers. Where? Oh, you guys, look, see? How do you set it? How do you set the piece? You can't set the piece. It's fake. We're going to stairs and signs. Then why would you do that? I mean, there are some notes you could set. Okay. We're not sitting like that. You just set the regular way or go next. I think it's time for really awesome to go next. Maybe it's time to go next then. Go next.
No.
Where? Okay. No. Is it time to go to sleep now? Oh, you felt like oh, that went into the muffin top. Yeah, it's muffin. You feel like muffin That's like muffin too. Muffin has been getting enough sleep. And do you know what most time for muffin? It's time for muffin to be asleep.
Did you hit the villager?
Have you ever seen Bluey? Where? Kennar? Where is it? Where's the Kennar? No, look at your pack. Look at your pack now. Look at your pack now. Give them all to me. Put them all to me. Please, thank you.
You took all my berries.
I'm the one who got them for you, so technically they're mine. So,
Why are you guys so toxic when you guys play?
Because I call that Kennar Kennard decided that would be a good idea to maybe ow.
Did.
Make you what now?
Finger.
Kennard took all my berries. I got for Kennard.
What took all your berries? Huh.
They're specifically for everyone, but Kennard took them like hoarded. Okay, that wasn't actually technically true, but that's technically what.
Wait, is that even true? You're accusing him of something, and you're like, well, actually, you know what? That's not true.
But I mean, I just say, hey, can I have it? She was like,
That's wild. It's like a Trump enemy or something. It's like, actually, our sourcing for this was perhaps not the strongest.
What's strong in this game, Amar?
What's the strongest thing in this game? I don't know, the Ender Dragon?
he said he's not strong in this game.
The Warden.
Have you ever like fought one?
Yeah, I died like 5 times.
Are you okay?
You died 5 times?
Yeah.
How can you possibly stuck me? Let me see. Okay, I don't believe it.
I got things.
Corky's saying, oh yeah, the warden's gonna come kill you. I don't believe him. Because he
keeps trying to go in caves. I told her to stop.
What's wrong with going? What's wrong with going in caves? What's wrong with going in caves? Not all the caves. You're supposed to explore caves in this game. It's literally the mine in Craft. Also, what's up with all the raw copper I'm finding? What are you supposed to do with raw copper?
I got things.
Emma, do you have British voice?
What?
I don't know. I said, do you like my British voice?
Please don't start that.
Do I what? Do we activate your voice?
I said my British voice.
Rapper Itch Royce? What's rapper Itch Royce? Is that a place? Or is that a person? Yes?
There are 3 villagers in the village right now.
Give them bread.
Nice, that's lit.
I think I'm counting 3. There might be 4.
Well, if no one's gonna give them bread, then I'll make bread myself.
Do you have any coal?
I'm making a garden.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do it right now, easy.
Random bear's gonna come kill the village.
Ew, what are you making me spell?
What's up? Can I have a
What do you want from me? What?
fish, please?
You can have 1 fish. There, yeah.
Does anybody have any coal?
Because you never. Because Adam, you tricked me, so you only get 1 fish. Oh, you can only get fish if you use a certain type of fish. Yeah, you only get cat. You can only get cat. You only use a certain type of fish. You said that to me, and now I own you. Bye.
Who came up with this bed design? I can't get to. I cannot get to the chest.
Have you guys seen a snow box before?
Okay, there we go.
Snow boxes. Guys, where's the snow boxes?
Of course, you can't bring them.
No, but you can. You can. No, I looked it up. You can.
You can't.
Yes, you can. So where's the snow boxes?
How do you feed them?
I'm not telling you. Where's the snow boxes?
Oh, I can tell you where they are if you tell me how to feed them.
Tell me where they are.
Yo, y'all are going at it.
Please.
No, I said only snow boxes.
Actually, let's see the forest in your home. Okay, Martha, please tell me.
Why is it speaking like this? Awesome.
Please
What are you doing?
Martha, tell me. I already
What
told
in
you.
the world? How can it be?
Martha, they're usually near our house.
In the world, something, Cheetah.
And in the forest.
Somebody, Cheetah.
Marissa, they're usually near our house in the forest.
I'm gonna go.
Charge your thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna charge this thing. Awesome. Give it to Corey.
Yes, the village is updating.
Wait, what do you mean it's
Are
updated?
they?
Charge your
How's the village update?
The villager has sparkles on it.
Oh, I see.
I just counted 4 villagers.
4?
Did you give them bread?
No.
Okay. Why? I don't understand.
Horse, how do you feed them? Horse, what do you feed them?
You
Bread.
told me how to. What do you mean? Like these people. You're the
How do you feed them?
You drop bread in front of them.
Foxes.
Are you gonna break it?
Horse, I mean the foxes.
Scoop it.
Horse, I mean the foxes.
I have to make sure it works.
Does anybody have any coal?
So why don't you just tell me? Because if you tell me where to find it, I saw in your house, I can't find it anymore. Yeah, but I need to because mine is Oh no, Adam, yours is short. Adam, yours is short. Plug yours in. Because when you did it, then it said that you made it too. Things, personal things.
Things.
Things you're done. Things you're done not just biting.
Can you please stop singing this song?
What?
I mean, you can sing Taylor Swift, but like, it's so...
Well, it's all I could. It was fine. No, but I don't think it's in the
No, you can't. You want somebody to match.
But I want to be right. I'll be right. Wait, what if I see my cat? Then what would happen? Stop telling your car. What if my cat? No. And then maybe in love. Then what would happen? Would they and then they have a fuck.
Swamp cat.
That'd be cool though. Wait, what's actually happening though? Where
Why aren't these mobs going to sleep? Are there no beds? Oh no, there are beds.
Nah. I don't tell you who that is. Well, that's so stupid.
First, you disappoint me both.
Well, okay, every time you make a fall in love, and then this you get to have a wife or a husband, you always say, oh, you disappointed both of them. That's what you always say.
Ugh, I hate target markers. Yeah, because you did just... Because they're lonely. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's talking to turn it off.
what?
Why
No,
turn it
I
off?
just have, like... That's so stupid. That's so wrong. Personal thing. It's not my turn.
Come on. Tell her mom. What's your favorite?
Cause she gotta stop Helen from going into
What's your favorite color? I mean, more.
Blue. Blue. My favorite color is blue.
Amar, how old are you?
That's classified.
Amar, how old are you?
That's classified.
4. Amar, should we 20 or 16? Are you 8, Amar? Actually, okay, you're 8. Look at him.
I'm
Actually,
8.
28 now.
So you're saying I was born the year that Donald Trump became president?
I'm 8. 2 people can't be 8. They can't.
Two people can't be 8. True. However, two people can be eaten. Very big difference. You have to pay attention to the grammar.
Okay, so, what's her name? Not a newbie. If
Yeah.
I wanted to watch a movie in a language like Japanese or something, how would I do that without having to go on eBay?
If you want to watch something in Japanese,
Yes, without going to eBay. Like without having to buy it from eBay.
without going to eBay,
Yes.
are you talking about something you own in physical media?
No, like I just watched the new movie and like if I wanted to watch Global Tour and I wanted to watch it in now. I wanted to watch it in Japanese. I can't get it anywhere.
I mean, most releases should have a Japanese track, right?
What?
Most
What?
things should have a Japanese track, I would think.
No, we don't. Nothing's happening.
Then I would just look up the Japanese disc.
Where's the boss is going to sleep? No, it is. Okay, I'll sleep tonight. Where's the lighting? What? Wait, Adam, where are you? Corn. No, Corn, where are you?
All right, hold on. I can only play on the server for so much longer because I had planned on having 2 interviews on this stream.
Corn, don't do it again. What's Austin doing it? Austin doing it.
Why are you guys screaming?
Austin, leave.
What
Leave
is
now.
going on?
Corn, follow them.
Morse, Austin keeps doing it. Morse, Corn,
What
follow them.
is going on?
It's Austin. Tell him to
Corn
stop.
follows them.
I am following.
What do you
Tell Austin
mean?
to stop. Tell Austin to stop now.
Okay,
It's like something in his mouth and I want it. I need to kill it.
Corn, where are you?
I
Tell me
don't
where
understand
are you?
something. I'll just read the chat. I can't read all your messages. Official Mike. So not enemy of Trump and Biden again. The debate should be on Comedy Central. No, it shouldn't.
It's in your mouth and I want
I
it.
I know, if I
explained
get the video, it would go away. Corn, where are you? Where are you, Corn? What's in his mouth?
Also, what's up with this conspiracy theory that the people I'm playing with are my children? No, they're my siblings. What are you talking about?
Corn, where are you? I literally cannot talk to you. I know where you.
It's running west, so I can't do it.
It's so keep following it. Like what are you doing here, Sherlock? Why is my cat following you?
My cat wants them.
We're gonna make our cats have babies. We're gonna get some children.
Official Mike said, "How do you feel about Trump winning Iowa?" I'll have to say more after this break.
Wait. Okay, where's the other one?
But you know what's funny? I actually predicted the results relatively closely.
What's okay?
In the stream, like basically right before everything happened. Because nuclear politics average was pretty accurate. It was more accurate than the most recent poll. So
it's like running
at least when it comes to the Iowa caucuses, the nuclear politics averages are pretty accurate. So they're good enough to go on if you're trying to make a prediction. Where can I find coal?
What in the world? What are you doing? It's like a regular person.
You need to unfreeze like that, or
no? You to. What do you?
Does anybody have any steel?
Where did it go? Where did it go? No, where did it go? Where did it go? Guys, where did it go? My Ruby, mine ran away.
Your what?
Corporate, he ran away.
What ran away?
Oh no, there it is. I see it. Okay. Now bring it over here. Bring it over here. I glitched. Never mind, it's glitching.
Let's go.
What happened tomorrow?
I found some coal.
In the mine?
I guess.
Nah, bring it over here. Bring it over here. Stick with them up. Bring it over here.
I'm burning it towards you.
The coal?
Bring it over here. The one that's also love is somewhere over here. It's right there. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I think I lost it.
Follow me?
I lost the other one.
So stupid. And Jimmy leave.
Here it is. Found it.
Okay, yes. Just
I'm doing.
I have my eyes on this one. So come.
I can't. It's running further. I put this. I put this. 9:30.
Yeah, it's like almost 10.
9:30 once.
Okay, 10:20. Like what do you want to say?
10:20?
Did you bring it over here?
No more. I lost you. Yeah.
No, 5 minutes. Come on, Austin. I don't have pillows down here.
Okay,
that sounds good.
Get the pillows off and come up here. Austin?
What?
Not the bed. Come on. Just a minute. No, don't come in just a minute. Get your pillows and let's come upstairs now, please. Give me a lemon berry. Did you give it a lemon berry? Did you give it a lemon berry?
I gave it one beer.
Where? Where is it? Where is it?
Adam?
Yep.
Stop removing the pillows from my room.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. Y'all, are you still there?
Yeah.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
5 minutes and then I want you upstairs. That's enough.
I just got a bunch of coal. So you guys know what that means? I will finally have something I can use to trade with the villagers.
Why would you do it?
Yes, I do. Marcel, can you count 5 minutes?
God, what?
Marcel, I don't want to count 5 minutes. Without losing track. Guys, where is Amar?
Me?
Amar, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
And did you guys give them beds?
What beds?
The villagers.
I don't know. Amar's doing it.
I guess I'll have to do everything myself. For some reason, DreamWorks villains have actually been particularly good this year.
Yep, never mind.
Like, even in the new Trolls movie, the villains apparently are really good. But my favorite villain will forever be Death. Death is my favorite villain.
Death?
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like
so cool.
That sounds like a boss battle to me.
It's so cool. And he has like his own song where it's literally just him whistling.
You said death is so cool.
Yes, he has his own song and it's literally just him whistling.
It's been better
Okay.
than 5 weeks yet.
No. And the song
Yeah. What is it? Emo?
No, it's literally it's so chill. Looking, it's just like him whistling, and then this scene where he puts the phone like eyes, and he's like, "Oh, I'm looking at you, Puss in Boots. I'm gonna kill you." And then Puss in Boots is like, "What?"
Huh.
Insane.
Where
Oh,
are the
no,
mobs? I wanna just trade with the villagers.
Kenna is actually scared of like the death. Like she's actually scared of
I mean,
he's such a well done villain. Like he's just like there to kill him.
well, I mean that's the point, right?
So scared. So the movie, I was like, wow, that's pretty cute. Like,
Finally, you got to trade with some villagers. I have 2 emeralds now.
Emerald. You say
Emerald. Emeralds.
Say it. How do you say it?
How do you say it?
I believe.
Let's go.
What happened, Amar?
I got enough emeralds to buy bread for villagers, so that I could feed bread to the villagers
Cool.
to grow the population.
Yay.
Boom.
Guys, I'm gonna pick this entire like.
So that seems like a nice way to end things off.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have 5 minutes left. How much more can we do? Die from another zombie?
We only want 2 minutes left, actually.
Yeah. I was rounding up.
Why do you run up instead of running down?
Oh, we have 0 minutes left. How much time do we have? How much more can we do?
Oh, do you guys want to see my message? My special message?
What special message?
Yeah, move.
I thought you said special methods.
What is it, like jerk?
Ooh, this is cool. I wonder who's building
What,
this.
Mar, what is it? Mar, what is it?
Someone is building a room on the roof.
I'm building another room. Another roof room. What's it? Has been 5 minutes.
Wait, look. Yeah, it has to look.
Okay, let's go.
Look, Corn. Look what I do. Look, come on.
I know. I see.
No, come look over the bridge and see how it looks.
Mom's gonna be mad at us.
Well,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. We should sign out.
Wait. Come look at my special message. No, but come look at my special message.
I know it's fake smart stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
Mom's already-
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out.
Mom's already mad.
So
Just come look over.
He thinks I'm gonna be spanking us.
Yeah,
Just come look over. Come look over.
Code, how do we do this?
Yay! Awesome.
Yeah, okay, now. Oh, yeah.
Actually, that's it.
Okay, guys. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh man, that was a good time. All right. So I know that we are a little bit behind schedule. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the people on the line who said that they wanted to talk. First of all, my mic says, is emeralds money? Yes, emeralds is money. Let's see here. Okay. So, well, let's see, Mr. Pizza. Let's see if he's free. I'll just call him. To be honest, I'll just call him. Oh man.
News.
Oh hey. Hold on. Wait a second. My mouse and keyboard stopped working. Hold on.
I have to come back in just 1 second as well. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, my mouse and keyboard they stopped working here and there. I'm not sure what causes it. I think it's my computer though, because whenever I'm working, I use the same mouse and keyboard, and I never have problems. There we go. All right. Let's do this right here. All right. Are you ready? Oh, hey, ISM is in the chat. Let's go. All right. So, Mr. Pizza, are you ready? Oh, sorry. He said he had to leave.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, nice. All right, man. So, for those of you just tuning in, here we have Mr. Pizza, who is a member of the Discord. He's a YouTuber. He's had a YouTube channel for I think multiple years. And
Yeah, I think it's approaching. It's gonna be approaching 5 years.
yeah. So he's got a long history of being on YouTube, just like I think a lot of members of our Discord do. And
Right.
several months ago, several months ago, he decided to quit YouTube, or at least like stop making videos as often. But he decided to hop onto the stream to kind of talk more in depth about his experiences and his decision to stop making YouTube videos, as well as what he's going to be doing next. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Pizza.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, as you already know, it's me, Mr. Pizza. You know, it's been a second since I've appeared on a non-newbie stream in like a session like this. You know.
Yeah.
Which understandable, because, you know, school, etc. stuff gets in the way, and, you know, you just can't be as active, you know, scheduling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, stuff gets busy, especially in real life.
Right, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So I basically came on because I kind of wanted to talk about a few things. One of the things being, like, obviously, like, where we're taking my channel and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also kind of like the current landscape of YouTube and this like new trend going around of like these big names like up and quitting.
Yeah. Oh, ISM says you should turn your webcam on.
Well, that's not gonna happen, unfortunately.
I mean, you could put some clothes on and then.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
The audio session's good. Look, if you need, you can always just give you an unflattering image and I'll send it to you if you need it for editing purposes.
No. It's completely fine. A webcam on just me is fine as well.
Right. But
yeah, so what were your thoughts on all of these YouTubers quitting? Because to be honest, like these are YouTubers that I've never really followed that closely.
Right.
So I don't have a lot of complex thoughts about it, except for I wouldn't be shocked if burnout is a aspect of the reason why these folks are quitting. As I understand it, these folks are people who have been very, very consistent in making content. And while that helps with stability with the viewer base, that can make things get very monotonous, which I would imagine would lead to more burnout.
Right. Obviously, so big names have quit. So one of the big names, which is a channel that I never personally watched, but I know about because, you know, Penguin Zero, aka Moist Critical, you know, bad boy Charles White, you know, he took care of it. He covered it, basically.
Okay.
So the channel, the guy's name was Tom Scott, I believe, and he was very well known for being one of those YouTubers that made some of the highest quality content, which he had done for like 10 years or so, and he like never missed a scheduled upload or anything.
Right.
He obviously, after 10 years, decided to take a step back from doing all that to focus on other things like his podcast and everything, and kind of leave the main, I guess, channel behind, you know, which is understandable. You know, obviously, if you're someone like him who had done that for like 10 years, consistently putting out like high quality content, you know, just in general, I feel like a creator, right, just putting out, you know, like focusing on quantity over quality, even that can, you know, be very draining over time, you know. So obviously, most likely burnout was probably something that had affected him. Perhaps he just wasn't passionate about it anymore, which that's understandable. When you do like kind of the main thing for like so long, it's just like this isn't as fun anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
And I mean, because I think something like he has like a podcast or something. Again, I don't know much about the guy, so.
What's the podcast
if he
called?
does have said podcast, good question. I haven't looked much into it.
Oh, I think it's a good question. Was the name of the podcast?
Imagine if it was.
That would be such a cool name. Yeah, but
yes,
it's interesting because I feel like podcasts have become like the retirement home of YouTubers, basically.
Right.
Like,
which is understandable because podcasts, you know, if you shift from higher quality content, work on podcasts and stuff like that, it's like, it's understandable because I feel like, podcasts are like the more simpler forms of content because, I mean, basically sit, talk, discuss topics, all that kind of stuff. There's not too much to it. I mean, obviously, if you want a very professional podcast, you want to have like, the whole studio mics, a studio room, studio table. You want all like the audio control, all the guys behind the scenes controlling it. So stuff like you'll get like Impulsive or something like that, or like the Joe Rogan podcast, something like that. High quality stuff.
Yeah, but I think that. See, I think it depends on what you're doing with the podcast too, because you can make a very low effort podcast, or you can make a very high effort podcast. Now, I will say at the end of the day, all you're doing is basically just sitting down and talking, regardless of how much front end research you have to do on your guest before you go live on the air. So that's why I view it almost like a retirement home for content creators, because Logan Paul making Impulsive probably does not take up as much effort as him doing daily, fully edited vlogs on his YouTube channel. Like, it's two entirely different things. And
it's like
maybe he's not putting effort into his podcast, but it's still like one episode a week. It's not nearly as much as like editing vlogs.
And the thing is, like, with Logan Paul, right? YouTube is obviously something he probably doesn't do as often, with Logan Paul. But you gotta kind of keep things in mind, He's obviously in the WWE. He is a WWE superstar. He's to my knowledge, I haven't seen WWE in roughly about 4 or 5 months, but to my knowledge, he's the current United States champion. So he's a title holder for WWE. So he has a championship at the moment. So he's more active in the WWE scene, which makes sense. You're a champion, you gotta be there.
That's actually kind of cool because I viewed him as kind of fake to a degree. So I think that like the WWE is like a great place for him.
Like the funny thing is he's actually a really good performer. Like he like genuinely, and I'm not the biggest Logan Paul fan, obviously. Yeah. He's done very shady things, but everybody knows all about the stuff. Like at the time he made a severe and continuous overlaps in his judgment, and how that stuff would never happen again. We all know that kind of stuff. Right. But in terms of wrestling wise, like genuinely he's good because it's like he's a natural at it. Like every time you saw him in the ring, it was always a good match. He always constantly improved. It's just like, oh, okay, didn't know he could do this.
Yeah, and so but I mean, that is a little bit of a different realm. I don't think most YouTubers are quitting YouTube to go into the WWE.
Oh yeah, of course not. I mean, maybe some are, but unlikely. But obviously, people like Logan Paul, I don't see him quitting anytime soon. Obviously.
Yeah, I think part of it is that he's in the WWE, which doesn't require him, I don't think, to like even do stuff once a week. He's not even as high effort as maybe Impulsive, I would say. Although you do it to make sure you stay in shape, so that is one thing.
Right, but overall, I feel like with like Logan Paul, to be fair, like Logan Paul is obviously one of the content creators that wanted to quit. He could quit right now, and like he could literally upload a video like this second and say, "I'm quitting. I'm never coming back to YouTube." Right, and bro's got so much money, he'd be set for life.
Yeah, he could even still do WWE stuff.
Yeah, he could just be a full-time WWE superstar at this point, quit YouTube, and he could honestly quit all as well, boxing, WWE, etc., quit YouTube as well, and he could comfortably, retire at this point, because, I mean, he's got a ton of money. I mean, well, granted, he's kind of got to pay back all the CryptoZoo scam stuff.
No, he won't. he won't.
No, apparently, according to things, he actually has, like, started, like, refunding people their money and stuff.
Interesting. That would shock me if that was true.
Yeah, whether it is or not, if he is indeed doing it, if he does indeed do all that, I mean, he's still set for life. I mean, honestly.
Interesting. But do you think that a major cause of all these YouTubers quitting YouTube, like these big massive YouTubers are quitting YouTube, do you think that that's because of just content creators getting burnt out? And if so, like,
That's a good question.
what do you think people can do to sort of like avoid that?
Right. That's a good question. See, I feel like some of it could be burnout. Obviously, I feel like it could always be burnout. But when you actually go and watch these YouTubers' videos, it sounds like it's so much more of a burnout. It honestly doesn't even sound like they're burnt out of it, more like they just want to move on. So, I mean, I'm sure you know who Matt Pat is, right? You know, game theory, film theory, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you know who he is. You know, he started this trend because it was such a shock when he made a video titled, you know, "This is Goodbye." It was such a shock to his fans and everything when he announced that, you know, March something is gonna be the last time he ever appears on the channel before, you know, he's handing it off to one of his buddies to continue running his channels, so like he can go pursue the other things he wants to pursue in his life and be with his family and everything. So I feel like in cases like that, it's not necessarily the burnout, because obviously in his heart he loves doing this, but at the same time there's so many other things he wants to pursue. He wants to be with his family, and you know, he wants to do other things, and that's completely understandable, which is probably one of the biggest reasons said people quit or step back. They want to focus on them. There's stuff that they want to do, and they just want to do it. And if you're a full-time YouTuber, like, you know, Matt Pat, for example, going out and doing those things that you love or want to do or want to pursue, if you're doing YouTube full-time under a huge stress schedule,
right,
you know, you can't just up and do it. It's not like, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna up and quit and I'm gonna go make movies now. It's just like, sure, that's great, you want to pursue movies and all,
yeah,
but you know, you gotta kind of make that decision, like quit YouTube or pursue movies, which in hindsight is a bad example, because you can make movies, put them on YouTube, but you get
well, it's not the same. Like, you can't make like full-length movies and like still be cranking out like the type of videos that game theory makes. I don't think, especially when it comes to quality. Like, although I would say that many of Matt Pat's theories are a bit unhinged, but still.
Right. But overall, I feel like my point kind of stands. Like, you kind of get the general realm of things, where it's just like, you're a full-time content creator, you want to pursue these other things, but you most likely have to sacrifice YouTube to go do the other things you want to do, which is not a bad thing at all. And like, and it's crazy because like, if you watch Matt Pat's video, like, you know, he was actually starting to cry and stuff. He was very emotional about this, because you gotta keep in mind, this is something that he's been doing for so long, and it's not easy to say goodbye, you know?
Yeah, and that all makes sense. And like, when you get into a rhythm of making the same type of content over and over again, I can completely understand why that would drain you and keep you from pursuing things that are more creative. Right.
And kind of keeping you away from your family, and that, for that matter, too. Yeah,
like, I've actually had ideas of having very, like, making a separate channel that's, like, very, very, like, detailed and, like, researched, video essays about, like, very contentious topics. Like, I started doing research on Israel versus Palestine. I want to get like a very, very neutral account of everything, and then make a video essay about it. I'll probably just make one random channel and just like throw it on there, and then maybe do like one video essay like every 6 months, because like with the speed that it takes to make original content that's like more unique and artistic, or more like well researched, while also making content that is a bit more like regularly scheduled. For example, right now I'm streaming on a channel where I stream at least twice a week. I post clips from those streams like 3 times a week on a different highlights channel. So if I cut out all those things, maybe I could do all the research necessary and learn all the video editing stuff necessary to actually make that video essay channel. But I still like doing this. And if I ever got to a point where I didn't enjoy streaming anymore, I think I would stop streaming, and then I would go to video essays, or I would, I don't know, make different types of content. But it's a bit different for me, where it's like I'm streaming because I like streaming, versus somebody else who is streaming for a paycheck that they're actually looking at themselves in the mirror and they're like, I don't need this because I'm filthy rich, you know?
Right. understandable. And so that's kind of like the current YouTube. You know, you got these big names, smaller names, big names, etc. They're quitting for their own reasons. And there's been other YouTubers, right, that like, you know, Ludwig, etc. People who have covered these topics.
Ludwig
obviously.
didn't quit. Oh, I was
No, I didn't say quit. No, I said no. Ludwig, no, he hasn't quit. No. Ludwig hasn't quit, but he's covered this topic. And
yes.
I believe
Ludwig didn't cover this topic, but Mogul Mail did.
Oh, pish posh, same person. But you get the point. I'm pretty sure he was the main person that covered it. I believe it was, you know, Ludwig who did say that, you know. I think he was the one who originally said, you know, these people are quitting for their own reasons or stuff they want to do, etc. And, you know, it's one of those things you kind of just got to accept it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, let's be honest, Matt Pat's fans they're going to be more accepting than the YTP community. Obviously, with Matt Pat's fans, they're going to understand, you know, like, okay, he wants to go. We should accept that. Because I feel like his fans are way more mature than the YTP community. Because, you know, Matt Pat, he can quit. His fans are going to be sad, yes, especially the younger ones. But at the same time, they're also going to understand, most likely, that he wants to move on. Whereas, you know, if you're a YTP reactor and you want to quit, they're going to freaking throw a temper tantrum, and then it's going to be like, that's it, nuke the channel, burn it to the ground.
Well, you know, it's funny. I think part of that is probably immaturity. But you know what's funny? Imagine if, like, I don't know, Rupert Murdoch decided to shut down Fox News. I think that MyPillow would throw a fit in a similar fashion. Like, these React, like, when you think about it, really, these like YTP React channels just serve as like advertisement vehicles for people who make YTP videos. So, yeah, like, I thought about it a bit. It makes sense that they would be upset when a YTP React channel makes a certain decision or decides to stop reacting to YTPs, because they are then losing an advertising stream that they can then use to funnel into their own channel. So, like, while the way that people go about it, yes, can at times be very immature. Once I think about it a little bit more, it does make sense that they would be upset. You know, like,
see, the thing is, but when it comes to, you know, YTP community, etc. Now, this is a I guess hot take thing. More not even a hot take. I feel like this is just like a funny new inside joke that you probably missed out on. But we believe that the YTP community identify as YTP sexual, which means they're only sexually attracted to YTPs and YTP reactions.
And you said they were immature. Like,
whatever.
Man. Oh man. So I do want to give. I know ISM wanted to hop into the stream to talk about the what is it?
I think that means
the current state of the world and everything.
That means next time I'll have to cover what, you know, the future ideas for my channel are and everything.
Yes, we do have to have you on again so that you can, you know, go in depth on the future of your channel. Because I'm pretty sure you do have some ideas of where your channel will be going next in the future. So.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hopping on. I'll go ahead and ping ISM.
All right. Anytime. I'll be sure to tune into the stream. So yeah.
All right. Awesome, man. Very cool. Yeah, the phenomenon of YouTubers quitting YouTube is a very it's very interesting to kind of see that go down. Now I will say that I don't know if the same thing will happen to streamers, because I think that streaming is a very low intensive style of content creation. So I think that you would expect, oh my goodness, excuse me. I would expect to see people, like, especially at the top, like XQC or Asmongold, Trainwrecks, to still be streaming in 5 to 10 years, I would say. Hold on, let me see. Where's Miniwits? Where is he? Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me call him. See if we can get him on the stream here. To talk about politics. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Where is this?
Hold on a second.
Oh, hold on. Oh shoot, what happened?
My camera is acting up. It work now.
Oh, hold on. Shoot. Hold on. My scene is messed up. Brio 4K.
Oh, on the stream?
Yeah, hold on. Wait a second.
There must be a delay on the stream because you were talking about XQC and then I suddenly I'm getting a call up, so.
Yeah, there's probably a video delay as well, but this is mostly because hold on, I'm trying to
Turn it back on.
how does this work?
All right. I'm eating, by the way, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I don't mind. Hold on. How do I? Sorry, on the fly. I'm trying to fix this. I thought this was sorted already. Basically, I have this one scene for the side by side view. It's supposed to look a certain way. But instead,
if
it's
Mr. Pizza just would have turned his webcam on, you wouldn't have to be experimenting with it right now.
It's true.
He didn't even explain why he didn't.
He said he didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't have to, but it would have been cool.
Yeah, it would have been cool. Hold on, let's do the cropping. I think this should do it. And then 480. No, that's not right. Hold on.
I can be patient. I'm gonna be up until like 2 in the morning, anyways.
2 in the morning. Oh, okay. Well, me too.
What was that?
I said, well, me too. Let's see, 19.
Yeah, it's something that I do in my adult life. I used to like not go to bed late like at all, but then I'll like work on my music or like I'll watch a movie or watch anime or start gaming, and before I know it, it's like 3 in the morning. Well, not 3, maybe 2 at latest. I only stayed up till 3 like 3 times maybe.
Yeah, I often come across the same thing. Let's see, is this right?
Yeah, it's a struggle to go to bed before midnight, I'd say. You have to plan for it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this works. No, I feel like it's not in the middle exactly. Hold on, let's do 480 again. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, hold on. There we go. That's closer to what I'm trying to do. Oh, there we go. This is basically right. This is close enough. This is close enough. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, let me see the stream to make sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a side by side view, and this isn't technically.
I'm gonna look at the stream.
Hold on, let me try this.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
I can just get closer to the center if you need me to.
Yeah, it's close enough right now.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we do know everything that happened at this point with the Iowa caucuses and on the GOP side, where Donald Trump ended up winning handily. Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis ended up coming in second place, kind of tied neck and neck with Nikki Haley. And then Vivek Ramaswamy ended up coming in fourth place with 7%, promptly dropping out, supporting Trump, and then hitting the campaign trail with him. So that's kind of...
Who even was that third guy that I never heard of? That beat Vivek somehow.
Who beat Vivek?
What's his name? Who was the... There was somebody else in there. What was his name? Like
Asa Hutchinson? I know there was Asa Hutchinson. Do you know? Is that the person you're thinking of?
Yeah, I know who Asa Hutchinson is. I know who Chris Christie is. I know who Doug Burgum. They're all like got some votes, I believe. But then there was like some other guy.
Yeah, there was an Iowa businessman. Let me look him up.
Yeah, that's who it was. I don't know if that's just an Iowa thing, because I remember in 2016 how Evan McMullen from Utah almost won the state. So it can happen.
Yeah, I did not. Let me see. Iowa, whoever it was, I think got more votes than Asa Hutchinson.
Yeah, he didn't really stand a chance.
I didn't. There were so many people. Like I was listening to Timcast IRL like right after everything happened, and everyone there was like, "We thought he dropped out already." Like we forgot
Yeah,
about
a lot
him
of them
completely.
already dropped out. So.
Yeah. Let me see. No, it's not Chris Christie. Yeah, no, I have CBS News pulled up here, but they didn't even bother to list the guy because he got so few votes. But
Yeah, I actually didn't watch too much of the coverage or anything after that because, like, I think I kind of knew it was gonna happen, so I just kind of tuned out. And I said, like, "Yep, told you so."
yeah. So when it comes to like the future of like the GOP in like the like when it comes to like who's going to be the nominee, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that there's anything that could happen that could derail Trump's presidency, or at least his candidacy?
What do you mean by that?
So basically, Trump is ahead by a lot in most general
And then
polls.
the GOP, of course.
Yeah, in most general polls. And I mean, you make a good point that it's among the GOP, but you do need to have GOP support in order to win the nomination. And you can't win the presidency without the nomination. So do you think that there's anything that can happen that will, kind of derail Donald Trump's campaign and prevent him from being the nominee?
I mean, well, obviously, if he dies, I don't think that's too likely. I mean,
I have it on my 2024 bingo card. So.
I mean, he's no spring chicken, but I don't see him, like, dying immediately. I guess I know that a lot of states have been removing him from the ballot, but I know that that's not enough states are going to do that for that to make a difference. Also, when states do that, I think that makes him more of a victim, which is why more people are going to want to support him for that. I guess the only thing that, like, I can see is I think there was a new poll that said that 80% of initial Trump voters would not vote for him if he was to, like, have to serve prison time. Because has 91 felonies against him right now. Like, if he were to actually, like, have to serve that kind of legal punishment, I think obviously a president from a jail cell is like the worst possible scenario for a country, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the only thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, like, his legal battles, like, for some people, of course, is extremely concerning, and to me it is. Which is why I think that's gonna, depending on how far that goes, that might impact his general election run, which, I mean, it already will, but
yeah,
I think even more so if that, because I believe there's one election day where he actually has a trial that day. Which, I mean, he's probably still going to win, but...
So that's another campaign stop right there.
Yeah.
For him.
Well, yeah, a lot of his donations are going into his legal battles, so that's less than ideal for him. Yeah,
I don't know.
Like,
I mean, maybe he's happy that he's not losing any money in these court battles. I mean, I think that's like one thing a lot of people who are kind of on the defense in like legal circumstances are worried about is losing money, having to pay lawyer fees.
Well, I'm just curious if the people who are donating him know that they're giving him money so that to support his legal battles, or if it's going into because he's not really campaigning like near his, because of course he didn't go to any of the debates,
right?
Which, why would he? Of course he knew he was gonna win anyways, and people were gonna support him anyways. I mean, he was able to save money on that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, in sense of, I mean, I don't know. I'm not looking into giving money to him, obviously, but I am curious if the people who do donate to him know where their money is going when they donate to him.
I would suspect that many Republicans who are donating to him at this point are donating to him to help him with his legal battles. It's like, oh, let's protect Trump against like this like election interference or whatever. Like I would picture like the same person who would be donating to Donald Trump at this point, especially like habitually or gratuitously, I suppose, for lack of a better word, would be like the same person who would like buy My Pillows in order to like keep Mike Lindell from going bankrupt. Now,
I'm curious about My Pillow.
Well, frankly, interestingly enough, since I've heard glowing reviews of My Pillows like 6-7 years ago, I've always kind of wanted a My Pillow, and I'm actually a little bit tempted to buy My Pillows now because it seems like the company's gonna it feels like the company's gonna go down. So I'm almost like tempted to buy one, but just because I don't know how many are gonna be left like long term. So you don't really see much of a path for anyone else to beat Donald Trump in their primary season then.
Either he dies or he's behind bars. Otherwise, it's a straight shot. Which this is going to be a controversial statement, but I believe that Donald Trump is the only candidate that can't crush Joe Biden. I feel like I still think it's going to be close, like between Trump and Biden. But I think DeSantis or Nikki Haley would absolutely destroy Biden in a general election because they're younger. Obviously, new faces, things that people actually do really like them. And I feel like they can definitely make those arguments against Biden. I feel like, assuming there is going to be debate between Trump and Biden, is going to be two senile old men just arguing with each other. It's going to be no different. I mean, well, not entirely.
Trump isn't that senile. Only a little.
Maybe not senile, but like his mind is somewhere else.
Yeah.
And when I've heard him recently, holy crap.
Yeah. I was actually talking to some family members about that recently. But that's actually probably the most reasonable take that I've heard. I think because there are a lot of people who are saying that in a head-to-head with Trump versus Biden, that Joe Biden would win. I don't think that that's the case because there are so many people out there who don't like Joe Biden who liked him before. The Joe Biden presidency has changed people's minds about Joe Biden in a kind of like negative way. So
when you say the people that voted for Joe Biden but wouldn't vote for him again, are you talking about I guess people who like the Bernie Bros essentially, who are not wanting to support him over like the Israel-Palestine situation, who want him to free Palestine, or just like people who voted for him as like a second option and are just like aren't happy with, I don't know, border or crime or some other reason?
Basically, I mean, the types of people that I could see flipping from supporting Joe Biden last election to not supporting him are kind of like the casual voters who they kind of hear a lot of what the media said about Trump, from his 2016 presidency, and they were like, oh, well, this guy is pretty bad. He's a racist. He's a fascist. We need to stop him at all costs. And look, Joe Biden seems like kind of a nice dude. He's pretty likable. He has a nice personality. He seems pretty chill. And then they voted for him, and then now they're kind of like looking at the economy, especially, and they're like, well, things are not really going well in America. And so I think that might be like, well, I mean, Joe Biden wasn't really a great president then. A lot of people vote based on how well the economy is doing, I think. And so I think that
personally,
really influences.
I think the economy is doing. I feel like not voting for Joe Biden because the economy isn't good would probably be like the weakest reason not to vote for him, just because of like unemployment levels and things like that. I feel like you'd probably like, I can only see something like border or something like that to be a reason why people wouldn't vote for him or something like that.
Well, I don't
think the economy would be a good reason.
Well, I think the economy is the one that makes the most sense because it impacts the most people. And like whether it's, you look at like an inflation or it's, what's it like net job gains. The Joe Biden presidency has not really been doing that well economically. Now, I will say that Joe Biden, kind of like in the second half of this first term, has kind of slowly started to kind of like turn the ship of the economy, but we still are not seeing a better economy now than when he took office. Which, if we're just going to look straight like that, then
I'd have to agree with that, just in the sense that when he started his presidency, it was COVID time, so everything sucked.
Well, that's true. I don't know how many voters are going to be thinking about that. I don't know if voters are going to be like, well, the economy's bad, but it's COVID's fault, not Trump's fault. The same way, like, I am one of the few people who is almost equally blaming Donald Trump for our current inflationary situation, because what he did with the COVID-19 stimulus checks, kind of led to what we're seeing now with the inflation. And then Biden did some things with the supply chain that kind of like exacerbated that problem. But Trump made the problem worse first before Joe Biden did. But I think not as many people are kind of like analyzing that. Like, I don't know how many Republicans are being like, I'm not going to vote for Trump because he made, inflation worse just before he left.
No, I don't think that'd be a reason why people wouldn't vote for him. There's better reasons than that.
Yeah, but I think that some people, kind of like to your point, might not like Joe Biden specifically because of his foreign policy. Because I feel like they might be like, well, either on like the pro-Israel side, they might be like, well, we're not doing enough to support Israel. Or on the other side, they might be like, well, we're giving money to Israel, we're giving aid to Israel. We've sent troops nearby. But I think that if we're zooming out, looking at an objective, from an objective standpoint, I think that the situation has been very mismanaged because, Israel. And this is the thing that's so bewildering to me that most people are not pointing out, is that there's the war happening, right, between Israel and Hamas. Israel tells us we don't want American troops in Israel, which is fine, right? And we're like, oh, okay, we won't send troops to Israel. Like 5 or 10 days later, we send troops like right next door to Israel. And then Hezbollah starts attacking us, which, it's not like we attacked them, but at the same time, they're our enemies. So it's something that we would expect. And so then we start attacking them. Then the Houthi rebels, the Yemeni Houthi rebels, start getting in the mix because they're also nearby and they're also our enemies, and they're enemies of Israel as well. Now we're basically in a hot conflict with Hezbollah and the Houthis. And Israel told us not to go over there. And so it's like these types of like bewildering decisions. If you zoom into them, it's like, well, hold on, what's the strategy here? How is this actually making America like a safer place? And how is this, pushing our interests forward?
Yeah, that's kind of like a tricky situation, at least from what I see from my end with people who aren't liking the situation. I unfortunately read the comment sections on Instagram sometime, and I also go to a very, very liberal school. Obviously, I'm considered a little more conservative than most people that go to my college, because it's an art school in Chicago. Obviously, Jill Stein is real popular in my school. She's the only one who. Jill Stein, yeah.
I just thought she's the only. Is she an environmentalist libertarian?
Well, she's Green Party, actually. And the only reason, because she's the only one on the ballot that is in, like, support of Palestine and wants to, like, free Palestine and ceasefire now. And I think, like, even with Biden and Trump, like, even if, like, Trump would win, like, I don't see that situation being any different, I guess. At least, like, not too different, or at least, like, the people who claim like they don't want to vote for Joe Biden over the Israel-Palestine situation. Like, if Trump wins, like, it's not like he's gonna call ceasefire now and free Palestine and all those things that a lot of the extreme leftists really want. So I think that's like a lose-lose situation. So I think people who are saying that, I think, are either are not going to vote anyways or are one-issue voters. And I think as they get closer to the election and they actually care about, the issues that they care about, they'll probably stop and reassess. So I don't know. That's just social media garbage that I've observed.
Yeah, and by the way, when I laughed, whenever I think of like ceasefire now, like that is always hilarious to me because like 2 months ago we did get a ceasefire, it's a humanitarian ceasefire.
It wasn't enough for some people. You wouldn't believe it.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was we had a humanitarian ceasefire, and then it was broken by Hamas, and then 2 days later, people were still saying that we need another ceasefire. Like when you look at the events, it's almost like, well, what is it exactly that you want to happen?
I think they just expect everything to magically like just happen. Like because the Israel-Palestine like situation that's going on for what 10, 20 years, maybe more.
Oh, like at least 70 years.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just like being in the news like so often.
Yeah.
And now it's like you can't avoid it if you're on social media at least.
And I think that many people would like when it comes to international conflict and measuring who to vote for, many people would vote for Trump because they'd be like, well, when Trump was in office, it was like the first time in a long time where we had no new wars. Things were relatively peaceful in the Middle East, kind of forgetting that, Trump's administration did kind of carpet bomb a lot of countries.
I was kind of thinking about
it's to your point though, we're in a lot more of a complex situation now. For example, how exactly do we kind of extract our soldiers out of the Palestinian region without it being like a green light to Hezbollah and the Houthi rebels to then go and attack Israel? Like I think that people would expect a lot more out of Trump when it comes to defusing the Middle Eastern bomb that is Israel versus Hamas. They're expecting more than what I think they'd be able to get out of them.
I don't know. I guess I don't really see Trump going in there and solving it immediately. I think when you say I think to a point like you were, it does hold some truth that there wasn't as many wars and foreign conflict during the 4 years of his presidency. And then with I don't think this is Biden's fault at all. With the Russia-Ukraine war,
right,
obviously, and then things with Israel-Hamas. Although with Biden withdrawing the troops from Afghanistan, which there's some mixed opinions on that, even though Trump did want to do that, but he didn't.
Because he listened to his generals.
Yeah. I mean, well, and also, that kind of makes me curious, because if Trump didn't evaluate any situations like that before, I don't know how he would. And of course, I don't even think he's commented on that, because he just goes off about nothing. So I don't know. I don't think that's it's going to be too different with a lot of voters. I was also on Ballotpedia just earlier today, just kind of, which Ballotpedia is great. Please, before you vote, make sure to research that.
Is it on the issues?
It's really good that it. Yeah, I know that.
Because I know I
they
checked
have a lot of the big issues like unemployment, abortion, foreign conflict, a lot of those things, and they actually they have the list of all the candidates, and they kind of state what they've said, what's their stance on certain issues. You can actually side by side kind of evaluate. And it seems to me Biden and a lot of the Republican candidates on the Israel-Hamas situation are actually not too different.
Yeah.
I just think how they think about it, because I saw Nikki Haley, she very directly said we should not call for a ceasefire. When Biden said, and I think Biden said we want peace, but we still got to stand with Israel. Just, he kind of tiptoed around it,
right?
I guess, but they're still saying the same thing essentially. So I think if that's your issue that you care about on the ballot, you're voting for Jill Stein and no one else. So.
Yeah, but I mean, Jill Stein doesn't really have the name recognition. I think that the types of people who would care a lot about supporting Palestine, they might be more interested in an alternative to either Joe Biden or Donald Trump coming from the Democratic Party. I'm not necessarily talking about maybe Marianne Williamson or RFK Jr.
She has no chance.
But I'm hearing theories, and it's interesting. I'm hearing theories from mostly the right that someone other than Joe Biden will end up being the Democratic Party nominee. The main theory that I'm hearing is that the Democratic Party will kind of wait until it's deeper in the primary season to kind of like retire Joe Biden's jersey, basically, and then the DNC would arbitrarily pick someone else because it's too late for the voters to vote on that. I don't know how accurate that is, but
I don't think it's gonna happen.
If like, let's say maybe Joe Biden dies, or maybe Joe Biden himself arbitrarily says that he wants to not carry on with his campaign, who do you think would be like the most likely choice to replace him? Because it's not going to be Marianne Williamson. It's not going to be RFK Jr. It's not going to be Cenk Uygur. I think the two main names I'm hearing right now are Gavin Newsom and Michelle Obama, which, by the way, Michelle Obama, I don't understand it. Only right-wingers are ever think that Michelle Obama is going to run for president. I also have that on my 2024 bingo card where Michelle Obama does not run for president because so many right wingers love to say that she is always going to run for president. That's what the claim was I think in 2020, where it's like, oh, Michelle Obama.
Did they also claim that Michelle is actually used to be Michael?
No. This actually isn't from far right. Like that, that's
No,
like
yeah.
that's from like the far right. I'm talking about even just like, I guess like, I don't know if like hard right's the right word, but just like normal right wingers are saying like, oh, Michelle Obama might run for president. But it's like, that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't even sound like something Democrats want. But do you think do you think Gavin Newsom might run or someone else? I know we do know that they trotted out Gavin Newsom for that red versus blue debate between Gavin Newsom and DeSantis. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think by default, we do have a Vice President, Kamala Harris, who is not, like, she's less popular than Joe Biden. Granted, she's younger, which I guess is a good thing. But I think by default that would be the answer. I can see Gavin Newsom like running. I guess this next election cycle after this one. And I think it would, honestly, I think Gavin Newsom probably should have been put up like from the get-go instead of Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna likely support Biden, but I'm not crazy about it, of course. But yeah, I think Gavin Newsom probably would have been. I think it'd probably be just Kamala Harris because she is vice president and does have experience being in the White House and all of that. Even though I think Gavin Newsom would be a good choice, I'm gonna get a lot of people excited. I think it's too late in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing goes. Like, I mean, well, Joe Biden's not gonna go behind bars, obviously. I'm like, the possibility of that happening to Trump, but like Biden dying would be his only path to not getting a nominee, and then I think it would just be Kamala Harris because she's vice president. So that's how I see it.
Yeah, Kamala Harris would be the technically logical choice. I think the thing is that she's very unpopular. I don't know if the DNC would even be like, "Oh yeah, we'll support you." Like I wouldn't be shocked if they just like trotted somebody else out of pure spite to maybe try to keep themselves from having to deal with Kamala Harris as a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
But I think you're actually completely right on Gavin Newsom. And it's funny because if you just look on paper with track records, like with the track record as governor, I would think that didn't make sense. Like I used to think that it didn't make sense to try to trot Gavin Newsom out there. But then I watched the debate between Gavin Newsom and DeSantis. And while I think that Newsom got like kind of trounced, it wasn't really that fair of a fight between the two. I will say this. Gavin Newsom has an extremely likable personality. And I think at the end of the day, like having a likable personality is 50% of what voters are looking for when it comes to deciding who they want to vote for as president. So likability is something that I think Joe Biden struggles with at this point. Maybe part of it is just that he doesn't have much of a personality left to like, which is
He's
really
a little
sad.
milquetoast.
Yeah, which is a little sad to say, because I actually did used to find him likable back when he was the vice president for Barack Obama. It's sad to see so much of that personality gone at this point. But yeah, Gavin Newsom, if he can get enough people to believe what he says when he speaks, like, he could have a pretty good run in any presidential campaign. I did want to go back and push back on one thing that you said, though, because I know you said that you think that DeSantis would trounce Joe Biden on like a head-to-head matchup.
I do think that DeSantis would beat Joe Biden. I do.
Well, he would beat Joe Biden, but I don't think he would trounce him because kind of like more towards the whole personality.
I mean, maybe not that, but I think it wouldn't be as close like with Biden and Trump, I'd say.
Yeah, I think part of it is DeSantis doesn't really have a particularly, I guess, personable personality. He seems to come off as like somewhat awkward. You've seen the memes comparing him to like Homelander and stuff. But one thing I'm hearing too is that his supporters are just some of the meanest conservatives that you'll find on the internet. Like, basically, accounts, they're literally meaner than neo-Nazis. Like, like
is the KKK behind DeSantis now, or are they still behind Trump?
The funny thing is, you know what's funny is I'm sure that they're behind Trump, but I think that if they were just to strip it down to policy, they really should be supporting DeSantis.
Yeah, I think arguably some of DeSantis' policies are worse than Trump.
Yes. Like I think I made a whole video called like why I don't like Ron DeSantis, which is like I'm a conservative, and I think that Ron DeSantis is basically right on all of the cultural issues as far as like what's right and wrong. But I think my problem with him is his solutions to those problems seem to be like authoritarian or like top down reactions. So for example, with like the whole Disney thing, right? Kind of like basically punishing Disney for being woke, even though he did use a technically discretionary power that's vested to him as governor of Florida. I just don't think that that's a wise decision. I think that companies should be able to have their own political identities without having to worry about like, what favors they may or may not get from the government. So, but also like I'm hearing that just over time people, especially on the right, are just beginning to sour on Ron DeSantis. He doesn't treat people at his rallies very well. He just likes throwing random people out of his rallies for like no reason. Like he's just coming off as like more and more unlikable to the point where if he were to get the nomination, I don't know how many Republicans would be left to support him, no matter how bad Joe Biden might be. I think that the person who would beat Joe Biden the easiest would be Nikki Haley. I think for two reasons. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I think for two reasons. One is like she's a very like centrist, or maybe not centrist be the word, but like moderate candidate. And
my mom really likes her.
Yeah, she attracts the interest of a lot of Democrats. There are a lot of like Democrats who don't really like Joe Biden. But there's
for me that was Chris Christie.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I would have voted him if he was still running.
Yeah, and actually, by the way, I think a Nikki Haley, Chris Christie ticket would be pretty. That would work really well. I think.
For sure.
I politically ship them.
No, I agree with that. I actually would like that.
Yeah, but like, not only would a lot of Democrats who aren't really fans of how Joe Biden's running things support Nikki Haley, but also what would Republicans do? Even if they were to stay home, I think that there would be enough Democrat supporters of Nikki Haley to vote for her. And plus, if you add up top of that the fact that Nikki Haley at times, throws out morsels of being pro-life and various things, I think that she would get enough of the GOP voter base to vote for her, and enough Democrats to kind of pull away from Joe Biden, where she would have a historic win. I'm kind of torn because I think that she would bring in tons of people into the Republican Party, but I think a lot of those people wouldn't be conservatives. So it's like, we get a historic win as a GOP, but we also kind of like water down like the conservative principles of the party.
Well, I think that would just make the country more moderate, I guess, and I don't think that's entirely a bad thing because we're so divided right now. And I think like if we were to have a candidate that would bring people together, I honestly see that as a good thing. The reality is that Trump is not going to bring it. Like very few like actual Democrats are going to vote for. He's going to really have to pick up his act, and I don't see that happening. So,
well, aren't there? I could be wrong, and I should have fact checked this before I went on the stream. But aren't there polls coming out now saying that Trump is neck and neck with Joe Biden in certain ethnic minority communities, at least in certain states?
I mean, when I see head to head, like I do, like in a way, like polls are accurate enough to like give a rough estimate, but like you shouldn't swear by polls.
Yeah, it depends on what polls you're looking
like
at.
This. Yeah, I mean, well, and there's so much that could happen from now until actual general election. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just it could be, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
think like in theory, like they're saying that because Trump has so much support like within the GOP, but like how much of the country as a whole is going to rally behind the GOP if he's the candidate. So I don't know. I kind of take those polls with a grain of salt. So
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would. I think if you add up the support for Trump with the support for Trump-like figures like DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy, you easily get to at least 70% of the people who voted in the Iowa caucus. So if you could,
there's no secret that I think a lot of the people that voted for Vivek Ramaswamy, which actually wasn't that many, of course they're going to go for Trump because when he Vivek did endorse Trump, and I think he's out to be Trump's VP. So that's one thing we haven't talked about. I honestly think that DeSantis and Nikki Haley are not. They're not going to be his VP pick. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, I'm so salty because I supported Vivek because he seemed to be like the only non-problematic conservative running for president on the GOP side. Like I think Trump. My biggest issue with Trump really was that right after January 6th, because Mike Pence didn't certify the elections in the way that he wanted him to, at least from what I heard, Donald Trump just like shut him out and refused to talk to him for the rest of the presidency, which running the White House purely out of animosity is not the way to go. It's not how you get things done. And it's just like probably the worst way you could run things because you're not running things on principle at all. You're just running them based on
no one disagrees with that.
Yeah, you're running things off of like your personality. So I'm like, well, if you're just going to do things based on like whether or not someone does something that you want them to do, which in my opinion, I think is entirely discretionary. Pence could have done whatever he wanted, and he just did what he wanted to do according to his conscience. And I think you have to respect
he followed
that.
the Constitution, of course.
Yeah, well, I think that now there are conflicting things about what it was that Trump wanted Pence to do. Both Trump and Pence have changed their stories on what it was that Trump asked Pence to do. But depending on which story you're following, I think generally speaking, Pence could have done what Trump wanted him to do constitutionally, but Pence didn't think so. So, Pence did what he thought was right.
Let me just back up a little bit. I think there's two stories. Well, I think one was Pence just completely deny the results, or two, challenge them, send them back to like delay it, even though ultimately that wasn't gonna change anything. But I think Pence knew that would be a waste of time, and it would just kind of show that Trump just gets whatever he wants. Just sending it back and delaying the process. So that they can do a recount, which they did way too many recounts. We all know that. If the story was that he just, deny the result of an election, I think that would be unconstitutional.
Right.
If he just challenged them, it would be a waste of time. So I'm glad he didn't do that. Because it was embarrassing as it was to have as many recounts as there was. Still talks about it to this day. I think it's... Yeah. We really need to move beyond that. It's embarrassing.
Now, I will say this. I think that we need to I know this is kind of like a sidetrack, but I do think that we need to overhaul the whole system of how situations like this are handled, because if we look at how things played out, we didn't really have time to kind of like have challenges get heard out. And I think part of it is our founding fathers weren't expecting, widespread fraud or claims of widespread fraud in our elections.
There's a lot of things
I think our founding fathers
did not expect.
Yeah, I think our founding fathers were like, our elections are going to be fine. I mean, there were some technical procedures, but there wasn't enough time for all of them to play out. So part of me wishes that whole system got overhauled, because kind of like what you're saying is like Pence, even if Pence were to kick things back to the course, it would delay things, which in an optimal system, you should be able to have challenges without everything getting halted or pushed back.
Yeah, I mean, he could have challenged it, but ultimately that wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
And I think he knew that, which he wasn't going to waste his time to do so.
Yeah, but like regardless, like Pence, I think repeatedly has come out and said, hey, I was just following the Constitution. So what, like as president, are you going to get mad at the guy you picked as vice president for doing what he thought was right constitutionally? Like that's just awful to me.
Yeah.
So to me, like that kind of docks Donald Trump down in my end. I've already made a whole video about why I don't like Ron DeSantis. I think he's like a bit authoritarian. And Nikki Haley, I just view as like too moderate and too hawkish to calm things down in the Middle East as well. So it's like, but those are like basically the only options that I have left to vote for. So I'm like, if I was voting purely on policy, I think I would probably go with Trump. But part of me is just like, I am not sure that he would do as good of a job in his second term as he did his first term.
I don't think he said anything about policy. I think we're just basing everything off of where he left off.
Well, yeah, if his policies are the same as they were before, like I still think I'd be closer to that than Ron DeSantis, which is basically kind of slowly ice out, gender ideology from like public discourse in like schools and from companies, like slowly but surely, or Nikki Haley, where it's like, be extremely aggressive and hawkish when it comes to fighting the Middle East, and also keep a registry of everyone who's online, who does anything online with internet accounts.
That's new to me.
Oh no, don't worry. She said later that she didn't say anything about that. But yeah, so I find it very, very frustrating. But last thoughts, if nothing changes, what do you expect would happen? Like, who do you think would end up being the presidential nominees, and who do you think would end up winning the election?
I think, like, there's, like, at least a 90% chance that it's going to be Trump versus Biden. And just, like, a very small part of that could be who Trump picks as VP. The only presidential nominee would be Vivek Ramaswamy that he would pick. If he doesn't pick Marjorie Taylor Greene or Carrie Lake or Tucker Carlson. How do you think that would do?
See, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all of those people, they are people who are popular with Trump's diehard base, but I think they're generally disliked in like pretty much every other circle. I think like people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I think is a perfect example where policy wise, I think that she lines up with actually a lot of Republicans, but for people outside of Trump's base, like just like ordinary Republicans, they would find her personality to be too abrasive and unappealing. She comes off as like somewhat cringy sometimes. And then for Democrats, Democrats, she's, to be honest, I think she's farther right than Trump. So she would like drive Democrats away. Now I'm hearing that Trump will actually pick someone who is more to the right than he did last time. He kind of picked Mike Pence, who was like a bit of a unifying figure.
Yeah, I honestly think Mike Pence was the best choice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If he wants to go to some sort of like hard right pick for VP, I think he will.
I think he will.
Yeah, I think the person who makes two of the people who make the most sense to me are Carrie Lake and Vivek Ramaswamy. I think Carrie Lake because I think they seem to have a lot in common. Right, like Carrie Lake.
Well, he did claim he also did claim he wanted a VP that has a face for television.
And I don't really like run around talking about the attractiveness of people, but I think that Carrie Lake certainly fits that bill. Well, I think Carrie Lake fits that bill. But I think the only thing is that she's already running for governor of Arizona, I think, again. So it'd be hard to be the VP of someone while running for your own position. Vivek, I would like to see Vivek be somewhere in Trump's cabinet, but not VP. I don't know why, but I don't want Vivek to be the vice president. I want him to like.
I'm interested because you wanted to vote for him like as president, but you don't want him to be vice president. Why is that?
I don't know what it is. I think that he could be more effective though if he was running a different department.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much all. I am 2 minutes up on my hard break here.
All right.
So I've got to head out.
All right. Do you want me to just finish my evaluation?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah.
Okay. I think like that'll play like a little role. I mean, depends on what happens. Like with the debates and if Trump's legal battles, I think where things as of things stand right now, I still think Joe Biden probably slides by a little bit just because it doesn't have the insanity that Trump has. I don't see Trump winning. Like that's just the reality of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be wrong, and if he wins, I hope it's not the insanity that it could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just not excited for this. This kind of election cycle is a bit of an eye roll because I'm not crazy about Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's got too much insanity going on. Can't wait to see Mr. Beast versus The Rock. I predict that to be in the future. Jimmy Donaldson versus Dwayne Johnson. It's gonna happen.
Well, you know what? I actually agree with you. I think that The Rock will run for president at some point. Like unironically.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a shame. I think that Joe Biden and Donald Trump have pushed away folks who otherwise would be far stronger candidates on both of their ends. And hey, like I'm a capitalist. I like seeing good competition. I think that just brings the best out of everyone. So it's just a shame that we're not really getting that. I actually am not sure that Trump would even be allowed to end up being the nominee, much less win. It's hard to. Now, this is, of course, a conspiracy theory I basically made up. But I just don't think that Trump is going to end up being the nominee. I think that there are just too many people who are against him, who I don't know what necessarily they would like stop at to prevent him from being the nominee. Also, if you look at kind of historically, when I was researching the stuff with like the Iowa caucus, at least like 2008, 2012, and 2016, have all been 100% accurate at predicting who the GOP nominee will be. It's whoever comes in second place. And that person was Ron DeSantis. So I found that relatively interesting. But yeah, we'll just have to see, I guess. I think either way, Trump win. I think either way that Joe Biden loses. I think with Trump as the nominee, it's very close, but Trump wins. But I think with Ron DeSantis, I think it's not like a resounding margin, but I think DeSantis wins without having to break too many sweats.
Well, only time will tell.
So yeah, the time will tell. Yeah. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on my 2024 bingo card, and I'll catch you later.
I should probably make one. I've got some crazy predictions already.
Do you have terror attacks on yours though?
I do not know.
All right. All right. See you, man. Thanks for joining the stream.
Newsbeat.
Yeah, man. All right. That was a good time. That was pretty fun. I'm glad that I had him on the stream. Now, in hindsight, I really should have had him on for a longer period of time. Because I think that there were some things that I wish I had more time to flesh out further. But we were just kind of like running up against the clock there. So I didn't really have time to do all that. But thanks for everyone who joined the chat. I'm gonna go and give everybody their props before I sign out. Thanks merely for joining the chat, talking about someone becoming a Smurf. Thanks, Jot, for popping into the stream and saying that you would watch the stream in Irish and then never coming back. It was nice to see you in the chat. Thanks, official Mike, for popping in and contributing. Your comments were rather interesting, I must say. And of course, of course, mighty thanks to Mr. Pizza and ISM, who both joined the stream. I've been hoping to get more people on stream, to kind of like, you know, do interviews and just talk about different things. So I'm glad you guys wanted to hop onto the stream today. The next stream, I think I might stream on Saturday. We'll see. But the next scheduled stream will be on Tuesday at about like 7 or so. So I hope to see you guys there. I'll be doing a bit more reactions than I've been doing lately. So if you like seeing my reactions, pop in for that, because, you know, there's some trailers and things I want to take a look at, different topics I want to discuss. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you join the Discord. Link in the description below. If you can't read the description for whatever reason, the link is dscrd.ntwb.cc is the place you want to be if you want to chat with me. I have a whole section with react requests as well, so if you want me to react to certain things, you can go there to influence my streams, because, you know, I use the react requests as you know, inspiration for what to react to or talk about on the stream. Also, I have a channel called Non-Newbie Highlights, where if you don't have time to watch a whole 2-hour stream, I have clips from my streams that go up at noon on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Go check out Non-Newbie Highlights if you're interested in that type of content. Also, I have a new-ish channel that I need to upload to pretty soon, to be honest, called Non-Newbie Gaming, where I post gaming segments from my streams. So you can go there if you're interested in my gaming content. But I think that pretty much covers everything. I'm 8 minutes past the hard break, so I'm going to go ahead and peace out. But thanks everyone for tuning in. See you guys in another stream.